it's Rick and Patty from the KORD Morning Show. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it.
And, of course, you can always catch us anywhere and everywhere with our KORD mobile app. It's free for you in the App Store as well in Google Play.
For New Country, it's 102.7 KORD. You got Rick, you got Patty. Good morning. Great to be with you. Already 65 degrees. Happy Tuesday. Ready for the workday. Ready to tackle it together. I was just looking up there on the KORD mobile app, and everybody's excited about Pasco's Fiery Foods Festival.
That's this weekend.
I know.
That is this Saturday, 11 to 7, Peanuts Park.
So
Holy
good.
buckets.
So
And,
good.
I have never been invited to, they have the hot chili pepper eating contest.
Yeah. Can you do it?
I could not.
I couldn't.
But listen to this. There's also a taco eating contest.
Now, sign me up.
Sign me up for that.
What's that guy, Joey Chestnut or whatever?
I know, right?
All right, Joey.
Rick will be the taco king.
I can't do hot dogs, but
you can do some
I'll do
tacos.
63 tacos.
Holy lightning. Man, there's a lot going on this weekend, including the Fiery Foods Fest.
There is, because you're going to be out and about. The Ducks, we love the Ducks.
That's right, the duck race.
The
Rotary
Rotarians.
duck race, yep.
The Rotarians and all
Yep.
that. We've been to Sunrise Rotary over there. And
What a great time
we
that
love those
was.
guys. Yeah, I love those guys.
Well, you were being recognized for your C3 Slam event.
I'm just saying, no.
What a nice surprise. They go, hey, Patty's up there for the duck race.
I love that. No, the Rotarians do a great job.
Don't they?
And we're excited.
It's a fun time.
Yeah, and you're going to be out there today, this Saturday from 11 to 1?
Columbia Park, 10 to 1.
10 to 1. She'll be out there.
Well, yeah, you can still buy your ducks through 11 o'clock.
It's awesome. The duck race, and then, of course, all the great works the Rotarians do. I didn't realize all the works that they do. And
They're fantastic.
And they take that money, and a lot of great community leaders. So more about the Pasco Fiery Foods Festival. It's coming up here. That's all posted for you right now on the station mobile app.
You're waking up with the KORD Morning Show. Number one for New Country. 102.7 KORD.
For New Country, it's 102.7 KORD at 620. You got Rick, you got Patty. Always good to be with you. All righty, Facebook fun to get your day started. Here you go.
What do you got?
I threw up a couple, but last night, I'd forgotten I threw this up last night. And this is a fun one. We already got 34 comments on it.
Oh, I don't know.
So you have 30 minutes to spend $10,000 inside one store. Where are you going?
Well, I'm going to Target.
Target. Your happy place, Happy Land?
Yeah.
Let's see what people are saying.
Or I'm just going to go to Amazon.
Ah, that's a good one. I didn't even think about online on that question.
Why not?
So Mary says Costco. Jeremy says a nice guitar store.
Oh.
Ranch at Home, Stephanie says, or Griggs. And let's see, car dealership to use 4x4. Absolutely. Samantha says Costco. Shauna says Vans Jewelry. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we all have our happy places.
Yeah. Nikki says Best Buy. A lot of ranch and homes in there for you. Barb says the bank to pay off a loan. Laugh out loud.
Man.
Of course. Tammy says Hobby Lobby. Yeah. Ranch and Home, Lowe's, Costco. Bass Pro Shops getting a lot of love there.
Oh, yeah. Bass Pro Shop's awesome.
Home Depot at Halloween time. I saw the most amazing Facebook posting of this house in Richland where they've already got their stuff out, and they are giant, like ghouls and Frankensteins
And big spiders.
Yeah. You saw that picture, didn't you? It looks amazing. It was like and the what are the animatronics?
Yeah.
Are like bigger than the house.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
So there you go. Home Depot for the the spirit store, I guess, right? Lowe's, all that. So we're having fun with you right there. That'll be the Facebook fun. You have 30 minutes to spend $10,000 inside one store. Where are you going? You said Target.
Target.
You know me, being a big comic book fan, I'd probably go to Pike Place Market, and the world's oldest comic book shop is Golden Age Collectibles, and I'd buy myself a really expensive comic book.
I hear you.
But I do like the idea of going into a dealership and paying cash for a vehicle.
Well, yeah, of course.
I like that.
That'd
idea.
be fantastic.
I like that idea. Subaru, McCurley Subaru, I'm coming for you. All right, 30 minutes to spend $1,000 inside one store.
$10,000.
$10,000. What's it gonna be? We want to know. And again, app chat us and call us, and we'll share your comments on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the KORD Morning Show. Number one for New Country. 102.7 KORD.
Number one for New Country, 1027 KORD. You got Rick, you got Patty, 65 degrees. What is going on in Nashville?
Morgan Wallen leading this year's CMA Awards nominations, Rick. He has earned 7 nods, including Entertainer of the Year. Lainey Wilson, Luke Combs, Jelly Roll, also Chris Stapleton, all up for the night's top honor. The 58th annual award show is happening November 20th at Nashville's Bridgestone Arena. And it's Luke Bryan dropping his new album this month. It's Mind of a Country Boy, coming out on September 27th. It is a follow-up to 2020's Born Here, Live Here, Die Here. The 5-time Entertainer of the Year said, I've been able to take my time and really compile songs for this album. Country on, but I got a beer in my hand, and Love You, Miss You, Mean It will be featured on the 14-track record. Shaboozie's smash hit, A Bar Song, breaking a record set by country queen Carrie Underwood just about 2 decades ago. A Bar Song, Tipsy, is number 1 on the Billboard Country Airplay chart for the 7th week in a row, and that means that Shaboozie has sat in the top spot longer than any other country artist with their first charting track. The record was set by Carrie Underwood. That was back in 2006. Finally, the MTV Video Music Awards. Does anybody watch those anymore?
I have
Well,
no
it's happening
idea.
on Wednesday. They were pushed back a day to avoid a conflict with the first presidential debate. The network announced that the VMAs will now take place on September 11th. Taylor Swift, just so you know, leads the field with 10 nominations there, including for Video of the Year. And those are your trending headlines.
Crazy.
I know.
What? When did they play videos? Midnight to 5? Midnight to 1?
I don't know.
How do you do that? Anyway, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's 1027 KORD.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show, number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
1027 KORD at 649. You got Rick, you got Patty. 65 degrees, sunshine for you. Another warm day, but not as warm as it was yesterday. Should be about 89 or so today for you as you tackle the day. Coming up here, another edition of Other People's Problems. Eddie's got a situation. Love or money? Love or money? Man, what do you do? I know what a lot of people would do in this particular situation, so we'll talk about
It depends on the person, right?
Does it depend on the situation? Did your parents ever give you an ultimatum about, boyfriends or anything like that? There was one boyfriend you said that you did not, that your dad was like, no.
My dad didn't, his name was Dino.
Yeah.
And Dino was an older man.
Yeah.
My dad was like, he's older than me.
That's right. That didn't fly.
He was not, but
But it didn't fly. Did not fly.
Did
So
not.
we'll talk about this situation. And do you pick love or money? Now, you say you do one thing and you might do another. When you read the situation, you're like, oh, I might not, I think it's a crazy question to ask.
Okay.
So we'll talk about
All
it
right.
coming up here in just about 10 minutes. You got Rick and Patty. KORD.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
You got Rick, you got Patty. Always good to be with you right now. About 65 degrees anywhere, everywhere on the KORD mobile app. And starting next Monday, getting excited. Moolah the Cash Cow's coming back. $30,000 up for grabs. And then every single hour, 10 times a day, give you a chance to win even more money. So
that is a lot of moolah.
it is some moolah money, moolah cash. So definitely go download the KORD mobile app, and we kick it off next Monday. We'll give you the codes 8 to 5. Give you the codes, and we want you to win that money from us. And speaking of money,
What?
Let's dive into other people's problems.
look at that.
Eddie's got a situation. We'll see what you say about this one. What's going on here?
Rick and Patty, my family is really wealthy, and my dad dislikes my girlfriend. Says if I marry her, he'll exclude me from the will. I could lose millions. I'm torn. Should I dump my girl or not? Eddie in Kennewick.
So interesting enough, Queen Elizabeth would not have been the queen if the uncle had not abdicated the throne to marry an American way back in the day.
I remember.
I
don't remember, but I know the story.
Yeah, her dad's like George V or whatever, right? But she was not in succession, or she was way off succession in line for the throne. Well, the brother,
He went and married that American. Yeah.
Back then, it was a scandal.
Oh, it was a big deal.
Unlike the
big
Harry,
deal.
unlike the Harry and Meghan Markle thing that's
But
going on.
he was in love.
He was. He gave it. Can you imagine? He gave it up.
No.
Gave
I-
the throne up.
I know.
Like I'm not
For love.
Yeah. I'm not going to be, well, she was a divorcee.
I know.
It was like, ooh, shh. Oh, yeah. She was
yeah,
a
I know, for
divorce.
shame.
The scandal with the royal family today, that makes me laugh when you think about that. Like, he had to abdicate the throne. Now it's just an ordinary day in the royal family. Yeah. So I know people who would give up money for love. And I think that's a true thing. I do believe that there are people who give up money for love.
It depends on how this relationship is going. I don't know anything about the girl. How long have you been I got questions,
I know.
man.
There's a lot of questions there. But at the end of the day, if your parents were wealthy, think about your parents, and there's Jeff, and they're like, nope, you married
Oh, my gosh.
No, think about where you're at now. Think about where you're at. Would you be like, I'll take the mill. Sorry, Jeff.
Well, now and how the situation is, I'd take the money.
Can I live in sin? Can I live in sin for the rest of my life with the millions? You know what I'm saying? I mean, do I have to marry this?
How about that?
I was going to say, can I just live in sin? There are some people's families who
I don't know, millions,
when they dislike somebody, they dislike somebody, and you're never getting over that hump. So then you got to make a decision between picking the family or the love of your life. I think if I would give up if I truly had a love of my life, I would give up the millions. I think I'd be that person. At the end of the day,
You sap. Really?
I think I would be. No, thankfully, I'm just a
I don't know. I mean, we're talking millions, man.
I know. I might change if I had millions. I've never had millions, so I don't know what
Nor
it's like.
have I
don't know what it's like to be wealthy. So
I don't either.
Yeah. So I guess if I was wealthy, I might go, no, I don't want to give that up. Sorry. I guess that's security. All right. So Eddie, we're gonna do our best to solve this for you. We'll see what people are saying already. Do you give up the millions, or do you marry the love of your life? We're curious. So 547-KORD. App chat us. What would you do in this situation? We want to know, and we'll see what you guys think. It's Rick and Patty. KORD.
You're listening to Rick and Patty in the morning on number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
Okay, 722, number one for New Country. It's 102.7 KORD. We're super excited because the Central Washington State Fair is around the corner. I think you still have a stack of tickets.
I do have a stack of tickets. Yeah, State Fair Park, man.
What do you got over there? Yeah.
Well, I've got, like I said, a stack of tickets.
All right, I want to give away a pair of tickets here.
Let's go ahead.
When does it kick off here?
It's the 20th through the 29th.
Oh, nice. So
9 days, man.
So if you
10 days, I guess.
If you want to go to the Central Washington State Fair, we got a couple passes for you. 547-KORD, 547-KORD. What caller number do you want to take?
Caller number 5.
Caller 5 right now. Caller 5 going to go to the Central Washington State Fair. Good luck, caller 5. It's Rick and Patty, KORD.
We love to hear from you, and it's easier than ever to reach out. Just open up the Cord mobile app and send us an app chat message. Or you can contact us the old-fashioned way at 509-547-KORD. Number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
For New Country, 102.7 KORD at 7:37. Your morning commute. You got Rick, you got Patty. 65 degrees. Sunshine for you today. Today's high near 89. A little cooler than it was yesterday.
Heck yeah.
Sadly, lost a great one yesterday. James Earl Jones passed away at the age of 93. Known for
Darth Vader, man.
Darth Vader, Star Wars, the voice of Mufasa, Lion King.
That's right.
King Jafar and Coming to America, The Sandlot.
That's right.
He was the old man that they were afraid of, and then the baseball goes over the fence and all that, and turns out that he's a good guy. What a voice. I mean, honestly, truthfully.
He's the voice of CNN.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah. When that kicked off way back in the day, he's James Earl Jones.
I know.
He's James
I know.
Earl Jones. I mean, I think a fantastic actor. And when I think about the great voices, I think about Morgan Freeman. I think about James Earl Jones. Undeniable narrating. When you hear them, you're like, oh, that's James. I know who that. I know who that is.
Yep.
And a phenomenal actor. So, for me, there's so much good James Earl Jones stuff. But Logan, when he was a baby, we had the video cassette of The Lion King and Mufasa and Simba and all that.
Yes.
And he was a toddler, and he'd just sit and stare at it for hours. And you have to rewind the video cassette, and it's like, Simba, no, and all that. So his voice, to me, is just... He's one of those guys, like, if he was going to narrate your life story, I'd get goosebumps if he was talking about my life.
Yeah.
He's that.
Well,
he's
the
that
voice,
guy. Yeah.
the voice was just. I mean, it's James Earl Jones,
Yeah.
like you said. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Can't confuse him with anybody else.
Passing away, age 93. Take some calls, 547 KORD. If you remember the late great James Earl Jones, what do you remember him for? Good morning, KORD.
Darth Vader passed away.
Yeah.
That's a sad day. 93. Holy cow. Yeah, I didn't know he was that old.
I know. What a great life. What a great life when you think about an amazing life he had. But yeah, 93. That's a life well spent. Good morning, KORD. Remembering James Earl Jones this morning.
Oh my God, Darth Vader and Mufasa. Come on.
I know.
Oh my God. He was on the Big Bang Theory too, and he was hilarious when he was on that episode.
Yeah.
Celebrities always die in threes, so now we got to wait and see who the next two are.
Absolutely.
I knew you were going to go
Well,
there.
the funny thing is, interesting in the Big Bang Theory, she was talking about Carrie Fisher from Star Wars when he shows up at her doorstep and whatever. And that's, oh man, there's only Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford now left from Star Wars of the main cast.
Yes.
When you think about the main cast of Star Wars, that's it. There's only two, Harrison and Mark Hamill. So we'll take some more of your calls. The late, great James Earl Jones, what a voice, 93. More of your calls on the way, 547 KORD. You got Rick and Patty.
You're waking up with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
You got Rick, you got Patty. Good morning. 65 degrees for you. Sadly, the late, great James Earl Jones, love him so much, passed away yesterday at 93. Lori, you've got a great story about the famous actor.
So I called in because my grandkids love the movie The Sandlot.
Mm-hmm.
So I loved it with James Earl Jones. What a phenomenal man in every way, shape, and form. They don't make him like him anymore.
No, they don't, Lori. And Lori said she loved the line, "Why didn't you just come to the door?" If you remember the movie The Sandlot,
Yes.
why didn't you just come to the door? Well, because they're little kids or they're little teenagers. Like, why didn't you just come to the door?
I feel like I do need to watch Coming to America
Oh,
again.
good. Yes, Eddie Murphy. Did I watch the second volume? There is a Coming to America
I know,
too.
yeah.
I can't recall,
No,
but he's
it's
in
never as good as the
But
first.
he's in there. He's in there. Probably one of his last roles. Oh yeah, but that Coming to America when they show up, and to sow his wild oats or something like that, the king says he's got to go to America to sow his wild oats before he takes the throne or something like that. So the legendary James Earl Jones, of course, Darth Vader. No one will ever forget him.
I remember. So my friend's kid had like the Darth Vader, the head. Oh my god,
the mask. Oh, so good. Yeah, I mean that was the ultimate classic movie villain. When you think about movie villains, Darth's in the top 5. There's just it might even be number 1. And it's James Earl Jones's voice.
I know.
Because when they play the other people's voice, you're like, what? What?
Well, it's a commanding voice. I mean, it's just so authoritative. I mean, it's just.
Could you imagine being his kids and getting your full name said? Right. Get downstairs. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'd be like, yes, sir.
The voice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
Wouldn't mess with him.
No.
I love him. James Earl Jones, sadly passing away, age of 93. More of your calls on the way as we celebrate his life. Pretty cool stuff there. Thank you, Lori, for the call. It's Rick and Patty, KORD.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
For New Country, 1027 KORD, Old Dominion and Hotel Key. It's 8:09. You got Rick, you got Patty. On the way, we're going to catch up with other people's problems. Would you give up millions for love?
I'm surprised at how many people would.
You know what? We had a great call earlier.
I was going to say, did you keep Robert's call?
I did not because it was an hour ago, but Robert had said that he was poor. Mm-hmm. They got $5 million, and then amazing how the family fought. He says he would give up money in a heartbeat after having that kind of money. He'd give it up in a heartbeat for love.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
know.
like,
He said it caused some turmoil.
It caused, that's all people want.
Yeah.
That's all they want. That's all they want from you. They just want to take your money. So now, luckily, we don't want to take your money because we want to save you a bunch of money with seizethedeal.com, Patty.
Are you talking about this, the card for $99? That's like a $400 value?
Yeah, the 2024 Tri-Cities Fitness Card. Experience some of the best workouts in the area it has to offer as you drop into CrossFit sessions, hot yoga, rock climbing, personal training, and spin classes, all for one low price.
$99. Seizethedeal.com.
I'm looking at some of these great places.
I know, Trinity Hot Yoga.
yeah.
I've never been, but yeah, there are 3 single drop-in visits, which by itself already is an $84 value.
And let's talk about Star Cycle because I know a lot of people are very curious
spinning.
about
Yeah, cycling, indoor cycling.
Very cool. And rock shop climbing, love that. So there's a lot on this card that you're going to enjoy. And normally it's a $400 value, but today
$99. It's a great way to introduce yourself to some of the, gyms and places that you have around here.
Absolutely. And especially as the weather changes, you're going to want to go inside as well.
That's right.
So there you go. 2024 Tri-Cities Fitness Card. SeizeTheDeal.com's got all the info for you.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show, number one for New Country, 1027 KORD.
Everywhere on the KORD mobile app. Starting Monday, another chance at Moolah and the Cash Cow.
$30,000, I heard.
It could be somebody's. It could be somebody. And daily cash prizes 10 times a day. So your chance to win that money on the way.
Heck yeah.
All right. Speaking of money, Eddie in Kennewick's got a situation. This could cost him millions.
Rick and Patty, my family's wealthy. My dad dislikes my girlfriend, says if I marry her, he's going to cut me out of the will. So do I lose millions? I'm torn. Or should I dump my girl? What would you do if you were me, Eddie and Kennewick?
And Robert did call in and said he's had a lot of money and he would have given it gladly up for love. So what are people saying here on the Facebook page, Patty?
Millions of dollars. Depends on what you can live without. That's from Shauna.
Michelle says she should dump you. Your priorities are the worst. And that's from Michelle.
You should check out Paula. Tell your girlfriend what he said. She may be with you for the money. If you're really ready to settle down and get married to this woman, stand your ground.
Carol says, money isn't everything. Money doesn't give you happiness. If she makes you happy, then stay with her. Do what your gut tells you. It won't lie to you. And Julie says, what does he see? Ask him wisdom. Might save you some heartache. Interesting there.
Hope is asking what's worth more. And Becky says she might be the one out for your money. Tell her you want a prenup if you get married. And if she complains, then you know she's after the money. She knows your family well.
Yeah,
People aren't getting it. If there's not going to be any money.
Lori says your dad might see something you don't. Perhaps your girlfriend's all she sees is the money. So, yeah, I mean, I guess the question is, do you go back to the girlfriend and say, hey, we're not going to have any money? And if she goes, oh, well, I'm not interested, then you'll have your answer, right? Technically, you'd have your answer.
Well, but why can't you do both? Why do you have to marry her, and why can't you just keep, you know what I mean?
I will tell you something similar that happened to me when I was working in Bakersfield.
Okay.
I had an ex-girlfriend that all she cared about was the backstage passes to Carrie Underwood, Rascal Flatts, Tim McGraw, Faith Hill. Back in the day, it's all...
she was dating you just because of
that
what
was
you
it.
do?
That was it.
Okay.
That was all she cared about. And her and I got into a conversation, and she goes, you don't understand. You don't understand. When I'm talking with somebody, it's a conversation starter. I get to flip through my phone.
Wow.
No, I get to flip through my phone and go
And show
look.
all the pictures
Yes.
of all the famous
Yes.
people I know and I've met because
Yes.
of you.
Not because of me, just because she did.
Wow.
The hilarity is she cut me out of the pictures.
What?
Yes. And do you think I put it into that real quick? What do you think, Patty? You think how'd that turn out?
Well, I know you.
It isn't about that. Life isn't about that. I don't care. Yeah, I've never been impressed by billions or millions or famous. I'm not impressed. Sorry. How you treat people is my number one thing. So if you're a billionaire and you treat people like crap, I'm like, you're a crappy person. If you're a homeless person and you treat people nice, guess what? You're a good person in my book. Sorry. That's the way I look at it. So yeah, she quickly got the, what is that?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Don't let
How
the
long
door-
did that even last?
It did not last long
I mean,
because once I got wind of that, and once we got into that argument,
She cut you out of the photos?
Because here's how I figured it out. Because I would ask her to go out on other dates,
Yeah.
and she wouldn't go. But if I said I was going to go,
she only wanted to go like if you were taking her to a concert.
and she only asked, "Are we meeting them? And where are our seats?"
Wow.
Yes. That I caught on really quick. So when I said, "Hey, you want to go to dinner?" "Nah, I'm not interested in dinner." No. But I go, "Oh, Rascal Flatts is coming to Fresno. You want to go to?" "Oh, yeah. And where are our seats? And are we going to get to go backstage?" I'm like,
I want to meet Gary.
Yeah. Red flag went up. Red flag. So kind of sort of similar to this situation. So, I've been there. So I'm going to say, but it's up to you, man.
I'm just saying millions is a lot.
Millions is a lot.
I'd need to think about this.
What's the reasoning, Eddie? What's the reasoning? Why is the dad saying it? Is she a horrible person? Is she just I say go back to the girlfriend and say,
is she worth it? Is she worth millions? I mean, really?
If you go back to the girlfriend and say, you know what, I'm giving up the millions, I'm going to be with you, baby, and she goes, oh, then you're like, I got the answer I needed. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back.
Don't you come back. No more, no more.
All right, Eddie, we did our best. A lot of people are chiming in on this. You want to chime in? Is it millions? Is it love? What would you pick? 547 KORD. App chat us. We're curious. You got Rick and Patty. KORD.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.